My name is Neil Blazin, and I own Driftwood Oven. I was inspired by a couple of things. One was a want to bake sourdough bread. I kind of fell in love with making sourdough bread at home. And the biggest driver, though, was to work for myself. So I kind of fell in love with bread baking, and it just kind of has taken me on this journey for the past 8 years. It's been really exceptional to watch it go from a home business into what it's turned into now, so it's really exciting. So before the pandemic hit, it was kind of business as usual in Driftwood Oven. We were a full service restaurant, so that was just kind of our, where we were hanging out. We knew that it was like our bread and butter, and it was working out really great. We were doing some private parties. We were looking outside of the space we have now, though, to expand the business into a bakery space. So we had been looking around and trying to, find a new spot to put our sourdough bakery in. That was like the big plan up until March, and then we shut down. So I actually have no idea how that happened. I'm not sure how you get nominated or how that process works really at all. I think you have to be recommended by people in the industry, and then it was brought up to some folks at the James Beard House. So it was actually a total shock. I didn't even know. I think I got an email, but it was already posted online. I had friends texting me before I even checked my email to see that we were nominated. So it was very exciting. It was kind of like one of those marquee moments for us. We've had some other big moments like that in our history. So it was really great. It's a really great honor to be mentioned alongside so many amazing chefs and restaurateurs and sommeliers and etc. I've been in the service industry a long time, and it's really a great honor to be mentioned among those people, to even be considered, so I'm very appreciative for that. We're a community-based business, so it really made sense for us. We work with local farmers and local purveyors. We try to keep our business as a community. We have really fostered some amazing relationships with longtime customers. They've become friends, they have become family. It's really kind of a core value for our business is the community that surrounds it. The community has lifted us up in the past. They took us from our mobile operation into the space we're currently in via a Kickstarter campaign. So continuing that sort of community-minded crowdfunding support, we chose Honeycomb as the next step. The restaurant industry has faced a lot during the pandemic, and they've really kind of come together as a community. There have been restaurants that are fortunate enough they're getting money from people to make food for those that don't eat it. So the restaurant industry has a strong community. I think that I've actually had some other people reach out to me now about my Honeycomb campaign, and they've said, hey, it seemed to be very well for you. And these are I've been reached out to by a farmer. So I'm hoping that it can kind of help boost our industry. Because banks generally just don't look at restaurants or any sort of food service as a solid bet. The community investor part is just great. Most of the investors that invested in our Honeycomb campaign and our Kickstarter campaign were from right in Pittsburgh, which is really great. So we do have some people that are friends of friends that kind of live out of town that help us out, but really I think Honeycomb did a really nice job by having a good presence in Pittsburgh to actually pull Pittsburgh investors into a Pittsburgh business, which is really great. It allows people to invest in their own community via a platform that feels safe, and there's a face behind it. You're not just investing in a 401k or hedge fund or whatever. You actually know what kind of businesses you're helping develop. So it's kind of a cool thing. Not all of us could be developers, but if we have a little bit of money to invest in our community via these sort of avenues, I think it's a nice fit. Top goal is to get the construction done and make sure that we feel comfortable in the space. There'll be a lot of change that comes with this, so really just kind of settling into our new systems. And then once that happens, we'll start to expand the menu and start to do some fun stuff. We're excited to get back into doing bread making classes, pizza classes, cooking classes, wine dinners, and those sorts of things. The two other biggest goals for us this year is to get a retirement plan for everybody who works here. And we currently pay 60% of the health care, but we would like to pay for 100% of the health care here. So those are our biggest goals for this year, which, I think it's great. I think that people who have reached out to me that already have community-minded businesses, I think will find success with Honeycomb. If you have an establishment if you know that your business is successful from a group of people, a large group of people, I think that crowdfunding is really for you. If it's a community-minded organization, I think it's a really great fit. You're going to see a lot of people, you can talk to them about it. yeah, I think people that I asked specifically were very interested in it. They found that it was really easy to do also. So, yeah.